Hi, everyone. Today is February the 7th, and this is the Moneyball Morning Report for the Benzinga Pro platform. My name is Anne-Marie Band, and we are staring down a day that's really pretty bullish. So a couple of you asked, hey, what's the deal with the colors? Okay, so neutral to bullish can sometimes be green, it can sometimes be yellow. Here's the thought process. If I am above the close of prior days in the pre-market, I am going to be green. The only reason that I won't be very bright green, which will be completely bullish, is because we've either tested lower or we've not broken out into a new high. And you can see that at this stage, we have not broken out into a new high. So we're in the pale color of green. However, we're above the VWAP, we're above our ribbon, we're above our stochastic. My goal, again, is to not give you indicators that are esoteric, because in large part they don't matter, and I'll explain that. I mean, there are many ways to measure trend and momentum, and we're going to use the simple ones. We're going to use a moving average ribbon, we're going to use our VWAP, and we're going to use the stochastic RSI. Now notice there's some divergence there. Again, that's what stops it from being bright green. Let's jump to the 30-minute. Oh my, what did I do with my notes? Here we go. Perfect. Now, here's what we're seeing. Notice price compression yesterday. The range was very tight, and we could have bought the bottom and sold the top. We could have sold the bottom. We could have sold the top and bought the bottom. It was largely sideways. Today, we have news that is shooting us higher. Again, that means neutral to bullish. It still means buy the dip, because overall, take a look, over 1, 2, 3. Today's the fourth day that we sit in some kind of compression event, and that implies traders might be waiting for something. So if we're drawing the line, we can go, holy cow, didn't we just break out of that compression event? We very well might have, right? So pullbacks or buy zones. Breakaway formations are up in this edge, and we'll be talking about this a little bit more in our midday Zoom on the Benzinga Pro platform, but you've got all of your levels. Listen, I tell you to watch the 9:30 open, because traders do things right there, and if they're long in the pre-market, they might want to take profit and fill the gap. Prior day's close is sitting here on every chart as this line, and I should have it looking a little different. Not sure why it's not sitting like that. Let's use this one. Wait, is that it? Hang on. No, let's use this one. Much more different. All right, so here we go. That's what we're looking for. Let's take a look at the cues. And you can use this analysis on anything that you do, anything at all. All right, so what's going on with the cues? Well, wow, when I wrote this, it was underneath the prior day's close. Now it is above, so I am going to change it to green. Everything else remains the same. Take a look at what's happening. Look at this break. This is the prior day's close. Let me double check. We're well above the prior day's close, because this had a red candle yesterday, and that is the number right there. Right, let's go down here. Ta-da. All right, here we go, 30 minutes. So here's what we're looking at. We have, the formation telling us that we're doing the same thing, a little bit sideways, but breaking through the top. And notice my suggestion is always, listen, buy the bottom of the bands and sell the top. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean, does that mean I can sell the top and buy the bottom? Well, sometimes, but if trend starts taking over, you're picking up pennies in front of steamrollers. The best thing to do is, am I sitting above my VWAP? Am I sitting above my ribbons? And then here I can move on into the chart. All right. And so that tells me what's going on from this perspective. We can see we're going to have range expansion into the open. It's bullish. And the problem that it's not got here is that why it's not really, really green. It's because it still hasn't tested new highs. Okay. Watch your 9:30 open. See what the traders are going to do there. Your support lines as noted. And then here is the closing marker of the prior day. If we come in and fill that gap, buyers are going to try and come in. And if we lose it, we're going to start walking down that edge. So be very careful there. Let's jump to the ES. Wow, I am yammering quite a bit today. All right, let's take a look. Sally did not do this properly. Set with myself. All right, close of the prior day. I just want it to be very visible for us so we know where it is. We can see what the traders are doing, whether they're going to try and fill the gap or continue in the motion ahead. But again, everything is quite bullish, right? Coming up into the edge, I would say, hey, listen, this is a place where you would take some profit. All right? Could you move your stop up? Yes. Where's the breakaway? See how it's moved above the VWAP and above my little moving average ribbon, sitting right in there, all that congesting up. It's a great place to trade. And we really don't have breakaway. We're sitting very sideways. I've got all the levels there. I suspect we sit between 49.50 and 49.97. That's the top of the prior highs that we saw last week. And Q. Let's do this. Close of the prior day. Notice this was our, oh, that's the close of the prior day. The Globex open is actually below that, 645. So they're going to dance around that number. All right. Globex is the number that they open up in the middle of the night or in the evening, actually. Feels like the middle of the night to me by the time I'm done with the day, but it's really just 6 o'clock. So neutral or bullish, watch it, see how the bands are starting to expand. Price is above the prior day's close. That means that we can look at bullish pressure unless they come back in and they try to fill it, right? Prior day's close is 650, but the Globex open is sitting below at the 645 zone. So you really want to be careful there, all right? Now, got all those. Let's take a peek at oil. Oil also neutral to bullish, right? Why is this one neutral to bullish? Because it's cresting from being bearish, right? So it's got this bottoming formation, and you could see from the pictures that it's really trying to hold higher lows, okay? If it breaks down, there's a problem. Now, you know, my thought is if it's below 75, the bounces are going to sell. If it's above 75, the pullbacks are going to buy. Right? Now, where am I obviously wrong? I'm going to be wrong in this rotation because it's trying to move up. So the pullbacks are going to be buy zones underneath here into 75, but every single savage move into the higher bands is going to find sellers. All right? I have not built one of the, whoopsie, where are you? Come back. I want this to be in plain view all the time. I haven't built anything for gold, but I will tell you this. Uh-oh, wrong contract. You can tell by what the candles look like. Is it 3? Looks like it. Let me double check on my trading platform. Yep, that's correct. Okay, so look at this noise. I mean, savage. Here's the thing. What's happening in this chop? Same kind of thing, folks. Bitcoin might actually have itself a little bit of a run coming because these guys have been quite convergent together. Now, this is a break. Notice it's a break of that trend line, and it's a break of this trend line space if it moves above. All right. What do I think is going to happen? I think we're going to hold the floors, right? And so if we hold the floors, it's going to be somewhere around here, right? So pullbacks or buy zones into 2040, 2045. If it loses, yeah, you know what? A couple of points. You don't want to be long here because it could really get ugly in a hurry. All right. That's it for me, folks. I'll see you on the platforms. And if you're with Benzinga Pro, I'll see you in the midday Zoom meeting.